Hello, we are going to do a tier list on TF2 weapons. Really cool video, guys. This is obviously gonna be only my opinion, so if I say something bad about your favorite weapon, then I don't know. I just think it's not my weapon. Alright. So first we have the booties. The booties is really good for demo night, so I'm gonna have to give it a S tier. The airstrike's good, but it just runs out of ammo too quickly, so I'm gonna give it, I'll give it a B tier. Or the ambassador. The ambassador is okay. It's just not too great. I'll give it C. Or the amputator. I use the amputator sometimes, not too much, but it's not too great. There's some better options. I use an A tier. B tier, I mean, sorry. Alright, I forgot the name of it, sorry. I know that when you kill someone, it's just a stock reskin, but your target just gives, so I'll just D tier. It's nothing better than stock. Alright. The atomizer is really good. I give it A tier. But it's not really good for damage. It's just more mobility. B tier. Already upper hand. It's just a reskin, but it's pretty cool reskin. A tier. Alright. The extinguisher. The extinguisher is not too great because it's pretty hard to hit someone because you would pretty much die, so oof, pretty hard choice. I have a C tier. Alright, the baby face. I actually like the baby face. Some people don't like it because you just lose your charge right away. But I like using it sometimes, so I'll give it a B tier. Or the backscatter. The backscatter, not too great. I'll give it C tier. Back scratcher, I never really used this weapon before, so I guess it's good. C tier. Actually, I'll give it B. Alright, back burner. The back burner is really good. If you want to air blast, then I don't think you should choose the back burner, but it's pretty good for flanking. A tier. Alright, the base jumper. The base jumper is pretty terrible. I'll give it a D tier. The bat's just it's just stock weapon, so it's not terrible, but on D tier. Alright. Pretty sure that's the battalion's backup. Sorry, I don't know the name of all the banners. Well, I do know their names, but I just forget. It's really good. I give it A tier. Actually, S tier. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about the pause. My dad went in my room, so I had to stop the video. Okay, so this, I forgot its name too. Sorry, I'm really bad memory. I know it, like, you get headshots, faster charge, but I'm pretty bad game. Yeah, I'll give it an A tier. Alright, the Beggar's Bazooka. I actually like the Beggar's Bazooka because I'm one of those guys just spam mouse 1, so I'll give it, it's usable, and I'll give it C because most people don't like it. Alright, what is this? Oh, the big earner. Okay. It doesn't take away too much health, but the boost is pretty nice. I'll give it a B tier. Alright, next is the black box. The black box is... Well, I always like an extra rocket, but the health is really nice, so... But usually you have a medic, so... I'll get A tier. Alright, the Blutsauger. The Blutsauger is really good. I'll give it A tier. Bonesaw, D tier. Bonk. I never used the Bonk before, really. I don't see it, like, used competitively and then just, like, as a joke. So, D tier. Alright, the Boston Basher. It's really good. It's just kind of like stock. But, it's still, like, I use it a lot. Alright, Bottle. That's a stock, so I'll just give it D. The Brass Beast. Most people kind of don't like the Brass Beast. It's still usable though, but it's more like a defense. But like, yeah, it's more like a defense minigun. I'll give it C tier. All right, the Buff Banner, is B tier. It has, I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong, but it has the fastest charge. No, and the crits are pretty nice, the mini crits. Alright, the Buffalo Steak Sandwich. It's only really used if you want to play medieval mode, so C tier. Alright, pretty sure that's the Bushwhacker. I like it. I only give it S tier. Alright, the Candy Cane. When you use the Candy Cane, you get one-shotted by pipes and rockets, so I'll give it a C tier. Alright, Charge and Charge. I always used to use the Charge and Charge when I played Down the Night, but I guess it's okay. I'll give it a A tier. Like, you can't really move. It's pretty good if you're like trying to flank someone. Alright, what is this? Oh yeah, I think that's a Claymore. I never used a Claymore before, but I'll give it a B tier. Okay guys, this is going to be part 3. There's a lot more weapons to go. Alright. So we have the Classic. The Classic is really not really used. I don't like it either. It's too, like, you're too much of an easy target, basically. I'll give it C tier. Cleaner's Carbine, C tier. It's not really good. Pretty sure that's the Cloak and Dagger. I always use the Cloak and Dagger, but it's kind of like cheap because you can go invisible pretty much anytime you want. I'll get S tier. Alright, the Conch. The Conch is a S tier. It's arguably the best banner. Alright, the Kunai. I don't like how the Kunai, like, you get too much low health and like the health on kill is nice, but it's not too great. I'm not too good of a spy, so I'll give it a B tier. What is that? Yeah. Okay. Alright, the Cow Mangler, S tier. I think it's one of the best. I think it's the best rocket launcher. Actually, I like it better than stock. All right, the Cozy Camper. It's not really like you don't really need to use it. I'll give it B tier. All right, the Criticola, C tier. I don't like how you're marked to death. All right, the Crusader's Crossbow. I think it's S tier. It's real. I can actually aim with it. All right, the Locust Bar, C tier. What is that? The Darwin's Danger Shield. D tier. Only if like there's a pyro like messing with you, then you don't really need it. Alright, the Dead Ringer. The Dead Ringer, never really used it. I'll give it an A tier. It's okay. The Greaser, S tier. I always use it, the Greaser. Actually, no. A tier. It's not too great for damage, but I like how you can switch it really quickly. Alright, the Detonator. I never used the Detonator before. Gonna give it... I give it, a B tier. Alright, the Diamondback. It's the best revolver. S tier. Direct hit, A tier. Disciplinary action, A tier. It's not really helpful to like you, but if your teammates like full of like heavies or soldiers, demo mans, like they're really slow, then you should use it. Alright, Dragon's Fury. I actually think Dragon's Fury is my favorite flamethrower because I like how it works like a flare gun. It's a lot of damage. At close range, it's pretty good. Alright, the Enforcer. D tier. Like, when you're disguised, you get one shot and it's pretty good, but actually, the Enforcer is better than that. I'll give it a C tier. This is, I already forgot what part we're on, but who cares? Alright, the next weapon is the Equalizer. The Equalizer, well, it's okay if you're like, kind of like running away, but I'm gonna give it a C tier. Not really usable unless you want to taunt kill. Even the escape plan is better than that, so I'm gonna use. But you're also marked to death, and you pretty much die when you try to escape. I'm actually gonna switch these. Yeah, that's better. All right, the Eureka effect. It could be used, but not really. But I'll give it a C tier. I already forgot its name. Sorry if you heavy mains, I forgot its name. I kinda used it, not really. I'll give it C tier. Not too great. Alright, the Islander. The Islander, most Demo Knights use it, and it's a pretty good melee. I'll give it A tier. Alright, Family Business. I'll give it a B tier. Fano War. B tier. Stock weapon. Alright, the Fist of Steel. C tier. Stock weapon. Flamethrower, this stock weapon is actually pretty good. An A tier. Flare gun. A tier. Flying guillotine. B tier. Is that yeah, that's the Force of Nature. The Force of Nature, it's okay. Not too great. I don't like how like the first shot with the Force of Nature, if you actually hit it, it does a good amount of damage, like stock. But then the second shot is like poop. So C tier. This is the... Oh my god, I keep forgetting the names. Oh yeah, the Frontier Justice. If no one could take down your sentry, then it's okay, but... And you could actually survive after they destroy the sentry with all the crits, then... I'll give it A tier. The pan, it's better than stock. It's pretty loud. We're just gonna trigger a lot of people. I'm gonna give it a C tier. All right, the gas passer. I think I might be wrong. I don't see how this is used. D tier. I know these are like the running gloves or something. I forgot the name, sorry. It's okay. You want to try and run away. Heavies have a lot of health, so... C tier. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is part 5, so... Alright, golden frying pan. Oof. I'm gonna give it a C tier too. Like, even though it's like Australian, then it's not too great. It's still like the pan. And it also turns enemies to statues, golden statues. Pretty easy sight, so... Grenade launcher. S tier. Yeah. Alright, gunboats. If you're like a roamer, then gunboats are for you, but man-treads kind of a better choice. Oof. Well, actually, the gunboats are better, so I'm gonna give it B tier. Gunslinger, A tier. The mini sentry is not too great, but it's pretty good for a battle NG. Alright, the half Toichi, it's gonna be A tier. Well, it would be an S tier if you're doing Demo Knight, but if you're using it for Soldier, it's just an A tier. It's not too great. Hamshank, okay, this is B tier. It's just a stock reskin, but it's just cool looking. It's kind of like I prefer it over the pan because the pan makes a noise. Alright, the hit I'm pretty sure it's a Hitman's Heatmaker. I might be wrong. This thing, it's not too different to stock. I'll give it an A tier. Alright. Oh my god, I forgot his name too. S tier. It's really good if you hit someone in the back and make them laugh. The Mauler. Oof. If you're a Pybro, then this is gonna be A tier, but it's not really used usually. I'll give it a B tier. Hot Hand, D tier. Huntsman. Why don't you even just use stock? It's so much better. D tier. Well, actually, I'll give it a C tier. Sorry, Huntsman snipers. Alright, Hulong Heatmaker. I'm gonna have to put this in the D tier. Actually, I'll put the same thing with the Brass Beast. Alright, the Invisawatch, A tier. It's still pretty good, but I prefer over the Cloak and Dagger. I prefer the Cloak and Dagger over Iron Bomber, S tier. Jag, A tier. I like it. Girardi, I'll give it an A tier. It's okay, but charge is kind of not like used in like frontline combat. Killing Gloves with Boxing, S tier. Stock knife, S tier. Kritzkrieg. Well, if you want to like charge in a choke point, then this would be really good. Or probably like a bunch of enemies. I'll give it S tier. Part 6. We're almost done. Actually, we're not even close. Okay. Pretty sure that's a kukri. D tier. Stock weapon. Integrate. Lestrange. It's really good. I'm gonna give it an A tier. Liberty launcher. B tier. Not too. I don't use it a lot. Lock and load. I'm gonna give it an A tier. Lolly chop. C tier. I didn't give it a D tier because like if you're doing a Pyroland set, you'd use it. I guess. All right. This is the loose cannon. I don't really like the loose cannon, but it's still okay. I don't really know how to use it. Like, I know to charge up, but I still don't like it. I'll give it B tier. The Machina. I'll give it B. Well, it's good taking out sentries, so I'll give it A tier. Mad Milk. B tier. It's kind of like the Girardi to me. Man Melter, A tier. I love the Man Melter. The Man Treads, S tier. I loved it. I love using it. I most of the time I use the Man Treads as my secondary. Actually, no. I'll give it A tier. Not too. I don't. It's not better than the banners. Mark Gardner, A tier. Medigun, S tier. Stock minigun, I don't use it all the time, but I still use it a lot, so A tier. Natasha, the Natasha's okay. I'll give it B tier. Neon Annihilator. C tier. Original, B tier. Pretty sure, no, actually, I'll give it A tier. I like the original. Pretty sure this is the Overdose. Wait, what? Okay, I guess we're doing the Overdose later. Flog. Yeah, I don't like the Flog. I'll give it B tier. Main Train, D tier. Panic Attack. After its rework, it kind of sucks. I'm gonna give it C tier. Persian Persuader. I think that's it. I'm not sure. It might be the, what's it called again? Sorry if it's the sniper weapon. What? I'm gonna give it. Oh yeah, it's called the Shoshana Shah. Okay. I'm gonna give the Persian A tier. I like it. Refills the charges. Pistol. Pistol is S tier. This thing, Thompson, not good. D tier. Power Jack, S tier. I like it. Pretty Boys, I'll give it A tier. I mean S tier. Sorry. Pretty Machete. I like using it on my NG. I'm gonna give it. I know it's still a stock reskin, but I'll give it B tier. Quick Fix, S tier. Quickie Bomb Launcher, S tier. Rain Blower, give it B tier. I'll give it A tier actually. Razorback, not D tier. Red Tape, D tier. Rescue Ranger, I'll give it A tier. I don't like it really. Kind of. Reserve Shooter, B tier. Stock Revolver, S tier. Overdose is C tier. Alright, the Bison, D tier. I don't like it. Rocket Jumper, C tier. I'm sorry guys, from the last time my dad was mowing the lawn. So if you hear a lawnmower in the background, it's my dad. Okay, so let's finish this. Rocket Launcher, S tier. Sandman, I'll give it. It's not as good as it used to be, so I'll give it B tier. Sandwich, A tier. Alright, I'm gonna finish up the list really quickly, so I'm just not gonna explain. I'll just say it. Alright. Sapper, S tier. Scattergun, S tier. Scorch Shot, A tier. Actually, I'll give it S tier. I'll get the flare gun S tier too. Alright. Scotsman's head cut, skull cutter. S tier. Quick. Oh my! I keep forgetting the names. I don't like this one really. I'll give it B tier. The banana, S tier. Alright, the Shoshana, B tier. Volcano Fragment, D tier. Short Circuit, A tier. Shortstop, B tier. Stock Shotgun, A tier. Shovel, D tier. Sniper, S tier. Soda Popper, it's better than the Force of Nature. I'll give it a B tier. Solemn Vow. If you're like really good at communication, then Solemn Vow is really good, but I'll give it C tier. Southern Hospitality, A tier. It's not really any downsides. Splendid Screen, I'll give it A tier. It's really good. I use it a lot. Alright, Spicicle, A tier. Sticky Jumper, C tier. Stock Sticky Bomb Launcher, A tier. SMG, B tier. I forgot the name of this, sorry. Oh yeah, Sun on a Stick, I think. D tier. Sydney Sleeper, B tier. Syringe gun, C tier. Thermal thruster, I think. Sorry, I might be wrong. D tier. I hate it. Third degree. D tier. Tie Turner, A tier. Tomislav, S tier. Travelman Shiv, I'm gonna give it A tier. Ubersaw, S tier. Caber, C tier. Vaccinator, A tier. Vitasaw, S tier. Warrior Spirit, C tier. Widowmaker, A tier. Winger, A tier. Wrangler, A tier. Rap Assassin, B tier. Stock Wrench, S tier. And I forgot his name. I keep forgetting his name. I know this thing is okay, but C tier. And that is the end of my tier list. I hope you guys like it. Goodbye, noobs.